The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard.
Blue 30.
Hey, it's coming up. Hey, let's go. It's coming. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep.
Hey, alert. Slack.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left. That's complete to Smith. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Get this. Check 50.
Take two of them.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game too. The tackle made by Todd Davis.
It's second and 8 at their 49-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Oh, here we go. Oh. Check. Fresno. He's checking. Crash.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 49 yards.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Gostkowski the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. out as the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Set. 8. Read. Get it.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Rush in.
2nd and 4. He's got this complete to Hamilton. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
And the Broncos first down.
10 Lobo.
No chance. You gonna touch
Leo.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
Hey, Haywood. Gone.
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle he just...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a defensive player of the year at the other, and they just locked people down.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
29-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the run.
Now Ito Smith. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Black 80. Solid, 5 down.
Trying to power it ahead with 1. And he's able to get the first. Before he's taken down at the 36.
It's a gain of 2. That's good for the Steelers. First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Ready? Black 30.
51 for Mike. There's a party now.
Nicker, black, what's that?
Going to give this time to the tailback. And some room to work. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Roethlisberger, they'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Check. Take both of them.
Tight dog.
Alert, alert. Black, what's that?
Now it's Roethlisberger. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal. This from 36 yards out. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Lindsey. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
I'm going to come back to you.
Big grip.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense just...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Yeah. You don't want none.
Black, it's on.
He gets this one to Johnson. A timeout here as we got a player shaken up, and that's Johnson who's down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Set. 230. Black, it's on.
From the 41, Roethlisberger. Got an open man, it's Washington. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Washington. First down and goal to go.
Here we go, here we go.
45, Mike, 45.
Go, go, son.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
What's up? 59, what's up? 59.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it won't be easy.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Ryan Switzer, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Stanley. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
2nd and 6. This is the tight end Fant. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Let's go. 60 outlaw.
Watch the run. They're running it. Check 31. Check 31.
You draw Corker. Get it.
Off play action. Stanley. Throws right side, and that's complete. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Back to throw. Stanley, screen pass to Lindsay. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 7.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Come on, D.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a first down past the 30. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 70 yards.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Roethlisberger. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Ready?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
We go. 8-3. X3. 218. Chop.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Got it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Hit it.
Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. It's big Vince Williams who made the tackle. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Second and 5. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's 3rd down.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
He's ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Hey, lock it. 5.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Off the play fake, Stanley. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Walker. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll run it now out of the gun. There he goes left side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. Gostkowski with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Letting you know right.
Looking to throw. Stanley got a man. That's complete to Hamilton. No gain there on the completion. Second and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw on second down. Stanley. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
On third down, here's Lindsey. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to leave the booth.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Roethlisberger trying to lay one up deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Stanley, and this is incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Undercrunch. Watch the edge.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Will tie the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Now they'll run it on the toss. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here's Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 45-yard line. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3-and-out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Stanley. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
He can't hang. Hey, exit. He's not going to get me. 5.
From the gun on 3rd down. Stanley. He'll rifle this one. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now. In Pittsburgh, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now Roethlisberger signals for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Set. 180.
Watch run.
Easy.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
3rd and 7.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this one complete to Reed. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
He was covered by Steven Nelson.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Clock will try again on 2nd down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting them behind them.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Set! 180. Hey, check.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Like 5.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
45, Mike, 45.
Y'all not ready? Keep these slackers on!
First carry for James Conner. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Set. Block 80.
Check white 45. Watch the slant.
Black, what's that?
Check 45 is the mic. Check.
Black, what's that?
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
They'll run here with Lindsey. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Mike 54.
We ain't giving up nothing.
Another run by Lindsey. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Lindsey. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
You're out.
Check 49.
Ready.
Locked again here on 2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there for Denver. 52 yards. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
54 Mike.
Come on. You better bring it. 5.
And they take a knee.
Lock on the keeper.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout out.